against the priest.
The light shall bring victory.
You asked for it.
This hand looks pretty good. Do I really want to let him thought steal Dr. Boom though? I don't think so. I'll just keep this hand. I mean, I have a 2-3-4. Even though duplicate is not really a 3. And I'm going second. So, pretty much it's fine. Mind Vision is the worst part of this hand. Because I don't really have anything to deal with. Okay. Yeah, Mind Vision is the worst. Like, out of all the ones that he can start off with, Mind Vision's the worst. So, start out with Wild Pyro. That's a pretty good counter to almost any one drop that I might have. And at first I was pinging. I was like, why would I do that? He was just heal and yeah. So at least I got a pretty decent drop from the unstable. This pretty much counters him going overboard with this Wild Pyro. But if he does go overboard with this Wild Pyro, I actually have a dead hand for the next turn. But he doesn't want to commit, so this is a good time for me to put my Pilot Shredder. And it's a 4 attack, so against the priest, a 4 attack is pretty good. Especially at this point, because he doesn't have a Dark Cultist. I mean, I could kill the Dark Cultist, but I'm just saying, like, this is a really good counter because I can hit his face. It's a guaranteed face.
I wonder.
See? It's a guarantee face. So here I can either mess with him and do duplicate here, but it's not likely that he will kill it this turn, but probably the next. So this is a really tricky turn for me. But I think I'll drop my Wii Spell Stopper. Just in case he can do something funky with this. And the reason why I drop it now is because if I wait until turn 6, he can Cabal that, and I'll be in trouble because I have a Fireball in my hand. But he has that Shadow Word Pain, so he decides to use on that. But looks like that locks him up again. Yeah, see, he has to heal. So my Pilot Shredder is gaining face damage now, which is amazing. I mean, 4 attack creatures are always amazing. But Pilot Shredder is just even better. And I just drew my Mech Yeti. So now I have 2 big 4 attack creatures on the board. And I'm gaining momentum. So I don't have to play my duplicate. But I'm probably going to duplicate next turn.
Embrace the void.
Okay, he does have the circle. Yeah, he has been holding that for a while now. Actually, against the current meta that Dr. Boom is crazy, I will actually want to get this duplicated. Because if his hand holds a legendary, it's most likely Dr. Boom just like I am. And yeah, so even though I lock up my own Dr. Boom, he doesn't know that I have Dr. Boom in my hand. And I have a Trogzor, so I don't have to play Dr. Boom on turn 7. And locking his Battle Cries is awesome, because at the same time, if he has Cabal, it's locked up. So yeah, it's pretty much a really reasonable duplicate here, and it's cheap, so I can actually play it whenever I want. Especially if I get 2 of those, which I am going to get 2 of those now. And he's using his second Wild Pyro, so which means he's down to very little clearing. All he can do is AoE clears with like Holy Nova. Yeah, So Trogzor is probably the next good thing if he doesn't have that power word shield, and he does. So he decides to overcommit with this Wild Pyro since it's one of his last possible uh, miniature clear, because Holy Nova really locks up turns and you have to heal yourself after that. So here I'm gonna probably try to get my Bomb Lobber out right now
Hmm.
and just sacrifice my Spider Tank anyway because it's at 2 health. Pretty much Holy Nova is gonna wreck that. So there's no reason to hold it back anymore. And it's gonna die to Shadow Madness if I do drop my Bomb Lobber, if he plays another Shadow Madness, or, well, just Shadow Madness in general. So here I'm trying to lock up his mana. Because I have Trogzor, so I'm just gonna lock up his mana. I keep thinking that he's already used the Shadow Madness because a priest usually uses Shadow Madness pretty quickly. Belcher's fine here for me. I have my Fireball. If I really need to, I will Fireball. But I do want to keep the Fireball to counter Trogzor if he does mind control it at some point. Since I got my second Fireball, I'm pretty sure Trogzor is safe here. And since I got a part from my Mech, I can definitely get that frozen. And here I'm gonna just sacrifice my um, Nerubar Warlord because if he Holy Novas, I still get a minion. So any spell he plays here, I get a minion. Okay, here's the Shadow Madness. So I get a minion, and he's probably just gonna either crash into my Trogzor or crash into my new minion. So he's gonna crash into my new minion. And then he plays Holy Nova to heal the Belcher. Flame Cannon is really nice here. I mean, if he didn't have to heal, he would probably use his hero power. But I'm gonna use the Flame Cannon since I have it. I'm not gonna waste my Fireball on it. Don't have to. So I'm just gonna Flame Cannon ping that. Here, I definitely want to play my other Nerubar again to lock his mana up so he cannot fully play a legendary like Dr. Boom if he's still holding it. Uh, or even holding Cabal. I mean, whatever. I'm gonna lock up your mana. Like the whole idea about that Nerubar popping up from my Pilot Strider is that this is locking up priest cards really hard.
Embrace the void.
So that is his second Akanai. He's gonna start hurting Trogzor because Trogzor is just gonna give me multiple minions. And here since my Nerubar is up, I can drop the Annoyotron just fine and just fireball this second clear. So here, since I cleared that other Akanai, I can pretty much guarantee that he cannot AoE except Holy Nova. And even Holy Nova doesn't matter for me. It's just gonna lock up his mana to play minions. And at this point, my health is so good that the priest cannot burst me down. Unless Rag hits my face or something. So here he plays his other Holy Nova. It's a heal, but it's gonna lock up his turn. As long as my Nerubar stays alive, he cannot cabal anything. And I drew my Pilot Shredder, my second one, so I'm gonna definitely play that because it's a 4 attack cost. And my board is so good against mind control. Like, you can take anything you want. And I have a fireball in my hand, so I'm just gonna wear you down and just let you mind control, but you're not gonna have any mana left. So I'm pretty much locking up all his mana the whole game. And he does have legendary in his
Is
hand,
someone injured?
and it wasn't actually affected.
Is someone
Or did he
injured?
draw that card? I don't know. Anyway, he's locked up. He's just showing me what he has the whole time.
Thank you.
Well
And there we
played.
go. And I'm just gonna drop my Mimirons just to show him that I am playing a different deck. You know,